Episode 5.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Welcome back to Lily's Adventure. For today, we will be venturing to Kedah, specifically an island called Langkawi. There, we will hear a famous story while we learn about idioms and proverbs. We've got no time to waste now. Let's go! Welcome to Langkawi, the jewel of Kedah. Langkawi is an archipelago made up of 99 islands on Malaysia's west coast. Although the historical record is sparse, Langkawi was first recorded by Chinese Lang dynasty as the Kingdom of Langasu in the 1st century AD. Surrounded by turquoise sea with the shoreline fringed by powder fine sand and swaying coconut trees, the interior of the main island is a mixture of picturesque paddy fields and jungle-clad hills. These islands have a legacy of fascinating myth and legends. Now, let's listen to an incredible myth that is often associated with Langkawi Island, which is the tale of Mahsuri, the white-blooded woman. Lily bet we won't regret listening to it. Before we start, allow Lily to introduce what are idioms and proverbs. You might have heard of them, but do you know what they are? Idioms are a group of words whose meaning cannot be determined from the literal meaning of the words it is made of, while proverbs are short pithy sayings in general use stating a general truth or piece of advice. Without more time to waste, let's listen to the infamous tale of Mahsuri. Remember to look out for idioms and proverbs throughout the story. The Curse of Mahsuri. Long ago in 1810 in Langkawi, a one-in-a-million baby girl named Mahsuri was born. Mahsuri is the daughter of a Siamese Muslim immigrant, Pandak Maya and Anda Alang. As a native of Langkawi, ravishing Mahsuri was taught all values of a true Malay maiden, adequate religious education, and Mahsuri have also been taught martial arts for self-defense, causing her to be well known throughout Langkawi and arouse jealousy of other women. At the age of 17, Datuk Pekermajaya Wan Yahya, the representative of the Sultan of Kedah in Langkawi, has put his heart into espousing Mahsuri as his second wife. Wan Mahora, his wife, had found out about her husband's wish, and this made her furious. Wan Darus, Wan Yahya's younger brother, also intended to marry Mahsuri. Wan Yahya approved the marriage of Wan Darus and Mahsuri to avoid scandal, and the couple later got married. Soon, a war broke out between Kedah and the Siamese. Because Wan Darus was a great warrior, he was summoned to defend the Kedah government. At that time, Mahsuri was pregnant. With a heavy heart, Wan Darus left Mahsuri. Mahsuri then gave birth to a child named Wan Hakim. After a while, a young man named Deramang, who was diligent and hardworking, had migrated from Aceh to Langkawi. Mahsuri's father offered him a place to stay and a job to cultivate and farm. Deramang is also literate and has an extraordinary talent, which is to sing and write poetry. Due to that, locals gathered at Pandak Maya's house almost every night and thus raised the name of Mahsuri and her family. This event has made the Pandak Maya's house a popular destination and is said to be the beginning of the unfortunate slander. Once again, Mahsuri's increasing popularity worries Mahora, who had long held a grudge in her heart. Well, the grass is always greener on the other side. One Mahura decided it was time to render Mahsuri vengeance and began plotting a plan. One day in 1819, at the allegation of one Mahura, her husband had arrested Daramang and Mahsuri on charges of having an affair. Datuk Pakramajaya gave the benefit of the doubt and rejected all of Mahsuri's reasons. Mahsuri was dragged to the custom house in Padang Matsirat. There, she was sentenced to death along with Daramang without being given a chance to defend themselves. Pandak Maya and Endah Alang tried to defend their daughter by offering all their property, but Wan Yahya refused. He said, "Her sin is too great and could not be forgiven." On the day of the execution, poor Mahsuri was tied to a tree and a spear was stabbed into Mahsuri's body. But something strange happened. The spear could not penetrate Mahsuri's body. Fearing that it is proof of Mahsuri's innocence, one Mahura forced Mahsuri to be tortured to death. Eventually, Mahsuri was unable to withstand the torture and told the people her family's secret. Only the spear of the Pandak Maya's family can end Mahsuri's life. With one stab, the spear penetrated her left rib and white blood immediately gushed out of Mahsuri's body, proving the accusation thrown at her is mere slander. Before the last moment of her death, Mahsuri had sworn that her proved innocence would cause Langkawi's calamity and it would remain barren for 7 generations. She said, "Indeed, I forbid my blood to flow to this earth, and I swear the land of Langkawi will not be safe, be cursed into a barren land for 7 generations." Wan Darus returned to Langkawi after defeat of the Kedah army. He was shocked to hear the news of his wife's death. He left Langkawi with his son and his 2 in-laws in grief. 7 days after Mahsuri's death, the Siamese army succeeded in conquering Langkawi. Wan Yahya was beheaded and his head thrown into the water. Wan Mahora and the woman on the island of Langkawi were enslaved by the Siamese army. Surely, as you sow, so you shall reap. For 7 generations, Langkawi suffered the curse of Mahsuri. Although the curse is over, the people of Langkawi will never forget the legend of Mahsuri's curse. The end. Surely Mahsuri's legend is incredible, don't you think? Let's ponder upon the lesson from today's story. Number 1, we should not slander someone without investigating its authenticity. Number 2, evil actions bring bad consequences. So, were you able to spot the idioms and the proverbs in today's story? Let's see if you succeeded in identifying all of them. Idiom number 1, 1 in a million, which means extraordinary or rare. Idiom number 2, give the benefit of the doubt, which means believing someone's story without proof even though it may seem unbelievable. Next is proverb. Number 1, the grass is always greener on the other side, which means people always want what they don't have. And number 2, as you sow, so you shall reap. Your actions, good or bad, determine what you get. That's all. Well done for your effort. Phew, that marks the end of our informative and heartfelt adventure today. Lily enjoyed it so much, and Lily hope you did too. Do let Lily know if you've enjoyed it in the comment section below. Stay safe and see you soon on the next episode. Assalamualaikum and goodbye.
not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe our YouTube channel. Bye bye.